Hello everyone, I am Soumya Raghavan. Welcome back to my channel. In the last session, we discussed about linkers, and today I am going to teach you some of the examples you people get in the second PUC final exam. See, I taught you. So what is a linker? So linkers are nothing but connectors, or it can also be called as conjunctions anta kuda ನಾವು ಕರೀತೀವಿ. See, I had also taught you what is the work of a linker? What is the function of a linker? To link between, to act as a bridge between two sentences. To give a meaningful sentence, we use these linkers in between the two sentences. See, you can't use one linker to all the sentences, it will be meaningless. So that I taught you what are the functions of the linkers. I taught you 7 functions of the linkers. So we discussed about the contrasting features of the linkers. Contrast words na ಹೇಳುವಂತ linkers ಯಾವುದು, contrasting linkers ಯಾವುದು. So I told you that but, so therefore, so ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಅದು ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳುವಂತ linkers ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And then although, in spite of, despite of, all these are contrasting one. And what is the second one? Cause. Cause anta helidre why, the reason. When you are saying some reason, it become a cause. Okay. And then the next one is effect. So ಏನಾಯಿತು, what happened next? So hence, therefore, all, so ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಲಿಂಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಟೈಮ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಒಂದು then, now, later, all these are called as time linkers, time indicators anta ನಾವು ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And the next one we learned is the showing purposes. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು reason ಹೇಳುವಂತದನ್ನ ನಾವು showing purpose ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So those linkers, so therefore, again it is a showing purpose. And the next one is addition. Addition ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು add up ಆದಾಗ, so ಆಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ in addition to, besides, so ಈ ತರದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ additional linkers ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. And the last one is orders, sequences. In the beginning anta helodu athwa end, last alli heluvaga lastly, eventually, finally, and beginning heluvaga in the beginning. So at firstly, so firstly, secondly, eventually, lastly, finally, all these words indicates that order. Order is nothing but sequence. So today I'll teach you how you people get the linkers in second PUC examination. So it will be for 4 marks, and again this is a very simple one. They'll give you a paragraph, they'll give you a bit from the textbook lessons inda nimage ondu extract ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 blank ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 4 blank ಗೆ 4 options ನ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. 4 linkers, they'll give you the 4 linkers. It's not necessary for you to think what the linker has to be fixed in that blank and you have to write. No, it's not that. So it is easy for you. So you will be given the answers, you will be given that linkers in the brackets. So by picking up the right linker to the right sentence, you can fix it in that blank. Okay, very simple. Before that, I'll tell you, of course it's simple, but confuse agdira easy agi nimage heng baribeku annodana today I'll teach you that. See, before you start writing, I know and so, because alla ellelli add ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, but don't be in a hurry. See, ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ತುಂಬಾ ಹರಿ ಬರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ yes I know this, ಇದೇನು ಮಹಾ ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ only then you do the mistake. See, if you don't know the answer, then if you do the mistake, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಸೊ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಗ್ಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನೀವು ರಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so nobody can help that. Okay, so what you have to do before that, the very first point before you answer this paragraph, answer this blanks, is that so you have to read the whole paragraph and then you have to fill the linkers in that. So don't just read out that linkers, 4 linker ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ but and so because ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it will be wrong. Just do remember, in linkers ಒಂದು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, if you do one mistake, then you will lose 2 marks in that. 4 marks ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಗೆ 2 marks ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So better you should be careful while writing this. It's a very simple one and it's not necessary for you to think what the linker is it, because it's already given in the brackets. It's very simple. So today I am going to teach you how to answer this paragraph, how to answer the blanks given here, and every time you get it from the lessons you have in the second PUC. Second PUC nallo lesson idane one extract na tagond bandu hakirtare, so you have to answer that. So this will be the question given to you. Fill in the blanks with right linkers. So fill in the blanks with right linkers. It is for 4 marks. Now look here. I'll read the paragraph first and then we will answer that. See, the kingdom of Monaco was peaceful and peace-loving country. Was a peaceful and peace-loving country. Blank. They did not feel the need to keep an army, as that Monaco was very peaceful and peace-loving country. So they did not bother to keep any policemen or any army in that country. Okay, see, they did not feel the need to keep an army or police force. Crime agilde ididrinda avrige police avashyakate illa anta ankondidru. Dash. Now alle gottagotu what is that anta. Blank. Once a murder was committed there. Unfortunately, once a murder was committed in that peaceful and peace-loving country. Blank. They were forced to look for ways to try and punish the criminal. Now they have to forcefully, they have to find out a way to punish the criminal who had committed the murder. So punish the criminal. Dash. They decided to give him a pension and send him away. See, it's so these are all the bits from the bits they have put it here. One lesson in the 2D first lesson in the idondu sannadondu bits tagondu illi hakidare. But anyhow you will get to know what are the linkers there, and these are the linkers given. But eventually, so then. I told you, see, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. First thing that you have to remember while answering the linkers is you have to read the whole paragraph and then read that linkers given in the brackets, and then you try to answer that. And the second point you have to remember while writing the linkers is that it's not necessary that you have to answer the first blank first. Okay, because if you don't know the first blank, leave it. Then bitbidi. First blank again no linker and confuse aagta illa, then bitbidi. So come to the second linker. So you are very sure about the second blank, write it. You are not sure about the third one, leave it. You are very sure about the fourth one, then you write it. In Mikki the first and third, then nimage confusion irutte. You read that paragraph once again, then it will be easy for you to answer it properly. So that is the second point I want to tell you. And the third one is that, so most of the times you people, when there is a word like eventually, finally, at last, lastly, intadella iddaga usually it will be the answer for the last sentence du ondu eno ondu blank irutte adikku answer agirutte. So when you use eventually, last, eventually is nothing but finally, lastly, at last, last. So all these things are used in the last sentence in a paragraph. Sorry. Okay, so that you just remember it. Bracket alli eventually, lastly anta kottidre usually agadi last paragraph ge answer agirutte. Okay, now let us read it now. I have read it now, and let us try to answer that linkers here. The kingdom of Monaco was peaceful and peace-loving country. Dash. They did not feel the need to keep an army. What is that? So, see, can you write but? So what is but? But is a contrast. Ulta. Ulta ideas iddaga matra ನಾವು but use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Is it correct? I'll read it now. The kingdom of Monaco was peaceful and peace-loving country, but they did not feel the need to keep. No. Adikoskara. So what is that? So, what is so? So is nothing but a cause, reason. ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ is it is a reason, it's a cause. So is cause. So there is a cause here. There is a reason why they have not kept the police force in their kingdom, because it was a peaceful and peace-loving country. Okay, so it will become so. They did not feel the need to keep an army or a police force. But what happened? But is what? What is but? Again contrast. Okay, it's a contrast saying linker. Contrasting linker. Adre. Ella chennagittu. But what happened? Once a murder was committed. Suppose, so but badlu nevenadru if you write eventually, once a murder was committed, will it be the right answer? Because eventually means finally. So it will not be the answer for that. So illi then once a murder was committed, will it be a meaningful sentence? Can you write then once a murder was committed? No, that's wrong. So but once a murder was committed there, dash, they were forced to look for ways to try and punish the criminal. Now but aitu, so mikkirodu ayadu eventually and then. I told you, usually this word eventually is nothing but finally. Eventually is used at the in the last sentence. Okay, so which is the remaining one? Then they were forced. Amele, what is that then? Then is a time indicator. Amele ishtu dina ilde irodu. Amele decide madidru. Yavaga decide madidru? So when the murder was committed in the kingdom. Then they were forced to look for ways to try and punish the criminal eventually. So after all that, finally, eventually, what they did? They decided to give him a pension and send him away. Okay? So this is how you people have to answer the paragraph. So I'll tell you once again, the first thing you have to remember is read the whole paragraph and the blinkers given in the brackets. Second thing is that, so if you don't know the first one or the second one or the third one, you leave it. Yava blank ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಬರೆದುಬಿಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗದೇ ಇರೋದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಓದಿ, you have to answer. And the third one, usually at first in the beginning ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ so lastly, eventually, at last, finally anta iddaga usually 99% adu final paragraph alli last blank ge answer irutte. So it will be easy for you if you get such things. Adanta prati paragraph allu finally eventually kodakagalla, kottaga it will be the last answer in the sentence. Okay, I hope you have you understood this. I'll read it once and then check it out once. So the kingdom of Monaco was peaceful and peace-loving country, so they did not feel the need to keep an army or a police force. But once a murder was committed there, then they were forced to look for ways to try and punish the criminal. Eventually, they decided to give him a pension and send him away. So these are the linkers. So there's no confusion. ಅದು 5 ಲಿಂಕರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾಗತ್ತೇನೋ. ಬಟ್ 4 ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 4 ಲಿಂಕರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Please don't do any mistakes by your negligence. So this is what I tell you. So read it and then you answer carefully. Okay. So coming to the next one, I hope you have understood this. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ but ಅನ್ನೋದೇನು? What is this but? Linker. But. So it's a contrast. I had taught you in the last session. Eventually, it's an order, sequence. Okay. So is what? Reason or cause. Then is what? It's a time order. Okay. So ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನು ಲಿಂಕರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲಿಂಕರ್ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟ್ನ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ it is not a proper one. What is that? What do you mean by that but? But is nothing but a contrast one. What is that so? Why when you use that so? So is used when you are saying a reason. When are you using that eventually or finally? It's an order. Last ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೊಂದು end ಮಾಡುವಾಗ you usually use it. Okay? So ಈ ತರದನ್ನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು you can easily answer it. So don't get confused of it. Now, coming to the second example, I'll read once again. As I told you, the very first point you have to remember is reading the paragraph. The young man took refuge in Don Gonzalo's house. A young man took shelter, took refuge in Don Gonzalo's house. He went to Seville, blank, then to Madrid. Seville and Madrid are places. Okay, so he went to Seville, then to Madrid. He wrote letters to Laura. Blank. It was intercepted. What do you mean by intercepting? Intercepting is seizing. ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು seize ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ, so it is called as or ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನ, it is intercepted. So he wrote letters to Laura. It was intercepted by her parents. What was intercepted by her parents? It is letters. Okay, it was intercepted by her parents. Blank in despair, he joined the army. He lost his hope. What is despair? So losing hope. He lost his hope and joined the army. As the letters he had written to Laura was intercepted by her parents, he lost his hope and he joined an army. Dash, he met a glorious death in the war. So what he did? So what happened to him? He lost his life in the war. So this is the paragraph and these are the linkers given to that paragraph. But, and, at last, then. Okay? Look at this. But, anta ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಆದರೆ, again, it is contrast. Opposite meaning ಕೊಡೋದು. When do you use and? In addition. Addition ಗೆ additional linker ಇದು. What is at last? Order. Finally. Then. ಆಮೇಲೆ. It's time again. Time order. So these are the meanings of these linkers. Let's see where you can fix that linkers. Yava blank ge proper again fix madbodu, I will tell you now. The young man took refuge in Don Gonzalo's house. He went to Seville, blank, then to Madrid. ಎರಡು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ he went to Kolar, dash, then to Bangalore ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ and, isn't it? So and is addition. You can't use but then to Madrid. Can you use it? But then to Madrid ಅನ್ನೋದು proper ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? No. So at last then to Madrid ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ seriously no. Then to Madrid? Impossible. So what is the proper linker here? And is addition. Seville, he went to Seville and then to Madrid. So which is the proper linker here? And is the proper linker. And then to Madrid, he wrote letters to Laura. Letters eno bardidane. Adre opposite aitali. Avlige hoyta letters? No. So avlige letters hoyta? No. So what actually it became? It was intercepted by her parents. But what is but? Contrast. He wrote a letter to Laura, but it did not reach Laura. Why? Because it was intercepted by her parents. So he wrote letters to Laura, but it was at last barata. At last it was intercepted. No. Then it was intercepted. No. But it was intercepted by her parents. Then in despair. So amele he lost his hope. Okay. So now you can't write at last here. At last in despair. Then in despair he joined the army. At last, finally what happened? He met a glorious death in the war. Yes, I hope you are very clear with this. So and then use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, so at last ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, all these things if you do remember it, it's very easy to fix that words in a proper sentence. So I'll read this paragraph once again. The young man took refuge in Don Gonzalo's house. He went to Seville and then to Madrid. He wrote letters to Laura, but it was intercepted by her parents. Then in despair, he joined the army. What happened finally? At last, he met a glorious death in the war. So this is a very easy one, but the thing is, you shouldn't get confused with that. If you are confused, don't write that. If the first one you confuse ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. Second one ಗೊತ್ತು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರೀರಿ. Third one ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. Fourth one ಗೊತ್ತು. At last eventually ಬಂದ್ರೆ it's very simple. You have to write it last. So ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ. ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ analyze ಮಾಡಿ, then you write the answer for that. So these are the two examples today I wanted to teach you, and I'll give you more examples. I'll teach you more examples on this in the next session. So until then, you have to write this example in your notes and practice it. So if you have any doubts, please contact me or message me personally or comment in the comment section. So until then, take care. Bye.